What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Cigars and Whiskey for our next review. Today's review is going to be a cigar that was taken out of a sampler pack that is now being featured across most of the retail locations for cigar shops in the country. If you have seen them before, a lot of the companies are now doing the packs where they're putting their humidified packs so that way that they're sealed and you don't have any issues. But what I'm referring to is Fratello. Now, Fratello is featuring 4 cigars. I took one out because that's the one I'm going to review, but basically you can get the pack of 4 cigars and it's like a roughly $25 retail price, and they're all 5x50 cigars in the actual pack. So if you want to try a brand and you're not willing to necessarily buy them all individually or certain violas, if you're just open to trying it, then I do recommend you try this brand. Now, for those who don't know, this brand was launched back in 2013, and it was launched by Omar De Frias. And Omar De Frias used to be an actual analyst who worked for NASA. So a lot of times you'll see on some of his packaging, like for instance this one, if you look up close, the background behind the brand is actually the surface of the moon. So he kind of integrates some of that into his cigars and the names. I know that I have had one reviewed before, and you can go back and take a look at that review on my channel. But today we're going to go through the cigar in this pack. Now, it might go back and go through the other brand new cigar that's in here, and then we'll use that for another review. But today we're doing the Sorella. It's an Indonesian binder. Filler is from Nicaragua and the Dominican, and it's an Ecuadorian habano wrapper on the outside. And it does feature a purple band versus some of the other that it's known for are blue, or red and white and red. It's a little bit different, so they gave it like a purplish violet color band. But we're going to go ahead and look at the cigar. As you can tell, you can see a lot of different imperfections in the actual wrapper. It doesn't mean it's bad, it just, you can see a little more characteristics. It's a lighter wrapper than some of the darker cigars that I've reviewed in the past. It does have minimal veins. It has just one, looks like major vein that goes across here, but the seams are very tight. It does feel kind of very packed on the ends and slightly spongy in the middle. But with that said, we're going to go ahead and cut it up and get into the pre-draw. Alright, everybody, did a straight cut on top of that cigar. And because it is an Ecuadorian habano, I'm kind of excited because I don't see it very often on cigars. But with this, Fratello is a little bit stronger cigars, not as mild as some out there, but it is a decent in the middle to almost a medium full. So it's not too strong, but it is a decent smoke, and it will be an enjoyable one. First, I'm getting the raisin, and I'm getting a little bit of a cocoa profile, but I'm mainly getting that raisin profile, and that might be the habano I'm getting that's giving off that profile. Got great draw, and just a hint of spice, baking spice. But with that said, I'm going to go ahead and light this up, and we'll get into this first third of the Sorella by Fratello. Alright, everybody, welcome back, and we're just now in the first third of the cigar, the Sorella by Fratello. We're featuring that Ecuadorian habano wrapper. I am noticing a draw is kind of, it was good at the beginning, but I'm experiencing on this cigar like it's having a problem drawing. It's not overpacked, it's real loose, it's actually pretty spongy. But you know, it doesn't necessarily mean it's this cigar. I'm going to keep messing with it, but sometimes cigars do that because they are individually rolled. It might have been a different roller who rolled this one versus another one, and so don't judge the cigar basically on that. I'm going to keep going through. I do like the profile though. It is a full medium and a low full strength wise. Like I said, there's just a little bit of I'm getting a little bit of a leather on the on the back of the palate. A little bit of that spice, that raisin profile I got on the cold draw is not appearing anywhere in the actual first third of the cigar. As you can see though, it is burning really razor sharp for what it is just that draw problem right now, but we'll see if I can get through that. But I'll be back with the second third right after this. All right, everybody, welcome back for the second third of our review, the Sorella by Fratello. As you can see, I got the draw issue resolved. I guess I just had to light it up a little more. I was having a hard time keeping lit. As you can see, I got the draw issue resolved. It just had to be lit, so I kept it lit. But you can also see it with this cigar, the ash holds up pretty well. It doesn't, again, not burning razor sharp, but is burning pretty well. And as for that ash, that's pretty amazing. It can actually, it's not going to fall off and be flaky. Like some cigars can make your experience a little messy that way. But into the second third, I am noticing a more of a, like a charred profile of like a barbecue beef profile. It's not so much beef, but like a charred meat profile. It's kind of hard to describe, but those who have had that before in the cigar will understand what I'm trying to explain. A little more heavy in the leather now, and I am getting a little more of a black pepper profile, probably from that Nicaraguan tobacco. And then there is not a bad aftertaste, but there's a slightly aftertaste, and it might be that Indonesian that's in there as well, because I've noticed the other Indonesians I've had that same similar taste that I can't put my finger on, that leaves it's on there while you're smoking it. But with that said, it's definitely a good cigar. I would definitely recommend it, and something if you are a fan of the Fratello line already and you haven't tried them all, there is this one, and like I said, the other one in the pack, which I will review at a later date. But with that said, we're going to keep going through it. I'll be back with the final third, my final thoughts of the Sorella after this. All right, everybody, welcome back for the final third of our review of the Fratello Sorella. Sorry, losing my train of thought. And the final third, we're not getting much change in the cigar. It is getting a little more deeper strength profile. It's not going full, but it would say it's probably almost a mid full strength cigar. As you can see, it is actually a little more razor sharp than it was earlier. The ash held up until it fell off, but it doesn't get flaky, and that's one great thing about it. Something I wanted to mention though, with that sampler pack that we had purchased, featuring that cigar and the other new one, Arlequin, which is the other new cigar that's in that. Those two cigars were put in this pack as part of marketing research by the company to try to find out if these new blends would add a new dimension when they get enough people to smoke it with the other two classics. As you can see, the red lettering and white background, and the white background and the red lettering, just to kind of give them a more name. They've only been around, like I said, the cigar company started in 2013 with its first feature blend, but man, I have to say it is a really good cigar. I do like all of the Fratello cigar line. Of all the cigars I've tried so far, I haven't had two of the ones that are available out there, but we'll get there soon enough. But if you want to try them, you can definitely pick them up online. They are the Fratello Fresh samplers, because they do have humidification in the pack, and they do stay pretty good. I've had this now for about a month, and they don't seem like it's that not having them in a humidor has done anything to them because of that fresh pack. But we will be going through the other one, the Arlequin cigar, next on the next review, so make sure you check that out. That one's going to be a little more darker cigar, and I will give you all the specs on that when we go through it. But if you like this video, give me a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, leave your comments, and always, have a great day, have a great smoke, and I'll see you next time.